Welcome back, it's 9, and today we got another big video. We are talking about a rumor about the next PS5 event. We're going to go into depth on that one. We're also talking about Sony saying the PlayStation Kiosk that we talked about yesterday has nothing to do with the PS5. And lastly, we're going to be talking about Ubisoft saying they are not going to be charging more for PS5 and Xbox Series X games this fall. But before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. Now let's start with this article that comes from pushsquare.com titled, Rumor, Next PS5 Event Pegged for 6th of August, but we're not convinced. So we are all familiar with Roberto Serrano and how he claimed that July 13th was going to be the day that they announced the PlayStation 5 pre-orders, and of course that didn't happen. So he's back with another claim. He says that there's going to be an event stated for the 6th of August, and it's going to be a state of play type event where they're going to discuss more PlayStation 5 news. I don't know. I've lost all faith in this guy. Whether he did predict events, correct before, it doesn't make me believe all of a sudden that he knows what he's talking about. Here's the problem. He stated that they would drop the pre-orders out of nowhere and there would be no warning about it. And after the Jeff Keighley and Eric Lampel interview, he said that that would never happen. They would give ample notice. So this is quite the drastic difference between what Roberto Serrano was saying and what Eric Lampel was saying. So I think he's really just fishing. It's all it is. I really don't think that he has an insider. I think maybe he got lucky on a guess, and that now he's just, trying to reel in some more people to believe what he's saying. I don't think anyone should believe this. I don't think anyone should take his word for it. I don't think he's correct about this. I think there will likely be an event in August. Do I think it's going to be the 6th of August? Not likely. Do I think that there could be an event on the 6th of August? Yeah, there's always a chance. I mean, it's in August. But I don't know. I don't have any faith in this claim. I've lost all faith in this man's words because, if you claim something and you're so strongly doubling down on it and it doesn't happen, it's not a good sign, It just isn't. That's my 2 cents on it. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people who do believe it, but me personally, I not only do not believe it, I also would not encourage anyone to get their hopes up and believe in this rumor. On to the next topic. We are talking about this article that comes from pushsquare.com titled, Sony says PlayStation kiosks snapped in stores are not PS5 related. So the gist of this is that Curry's PC World said that they've had these for around a year now and that they have nothing to do with the PlayStation 5. And then Sony has also given an update. In a statement issued to IGN, Sony has denied that the retail kiosks spotted in stores are PlayStation 5 related. The Japanese giant didn't elaborate on what the displays are being used for, but presumably they were running PlayStation 4 demos prior to the crisis going around in the world. In fact, because of that, it's unlikely that we are going to get our hands on a PS5 until launch day, obviously with germs and all that stuff with people touching controllers, and that's not the best way to contain a situation like this. This seems to be another case of us getting our hopes up just to get shut down once again. We are just itching for some more PlayStation 5 news, and definitely we want to get our hands on the pre-orders, release date, prices, all that stuff, and it just seems like we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. And the kiosks really meant nothing after all. So on to our last topic. We're talking about this article that comes from TheVerge.com titled, Ubisoft says it won't charge more for PS5 and Xbox Series X games this fall. Ubisoft says we plan to come with the same price as the previous generation of consoles, were the company's words, though in reference only to its fall slate of new releases. While this is Ubisoft's first time saying aloud it will not raise prices for next-gen games released this holiday season, its Xbox pre-order pages for games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion already indicated that prices would stay the same. So I think it's a great thing that they're deciding to keep their prices the same. Do I think that they're going to increase the prices? Likely, if the backlash isn't too harsh and everybody else is doing it and they're getting away with it and consumers are okay with it, then I do think that they're going to raise their prices. In fact, I would argue they're going to raise their prices regardless, as long as everybody else is doing it. Do I think that prices of games should go up? No, I don't think that prices of games should go up. I think in the gaming industry where microtransactions are so common, that season passes are so common, it's just, I really don't think that they should be increasing the price of games. I know a lot of people would argue that it takes people to make this content and that it's not just their by default. So it still requires resources, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it's extra money on top. But I would argue that, regardless, people are spending ridiculous amounts on microtransactions. We don't have to look much further than Fortnite and Grand Theft Auto and NBA and FIFA. All these different games have a ridiculous amount of microtransactions, and they're making a killing on it. They really don't need to be increasing the price of games at the moment. I think that they can get away with, more than get away with, making a profit with the current price of games. Obviously, what does it matter what I say? They're probably going to go ahead and do that anyway, unless a lot of us, and I mean a lot of us, stop buying their games day one to show that we're not okay with that and that we won't purchase their games until they drop to an appropriate price. But I don't think that will happen. I genuinely think people are still going to be out there paying $79.99 for their games, and yeah, nobody's going to really bat an eye to it. I think that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a vocal minority like myself who don't like it, and that's just the reality of it. And that's pretty much all we can really do, is just try to vote with our wallets, as they say. Will that actually happen? It remains to be seen, but I guess we'll see as the next generation comes along. But I will turn this over to you guys and ask you, what do you think of this rumor that came out about the PlayStation 5 event happening August 6th? Do you believe Roberto Serrano? Let me know in the comments. And lastly, what do you make of this whole thing with Ubisoft deciding not to increase games this fall? And would you be okay with a price increase on video games? Let me know in the comments. As always, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos. Follow me on Twitter, link will be in the description. Share this video with a friend, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.